Hello. If you focus on success, you will have stress. But if you pursue excellence, success will be guaranteed. Good morning. It brings me great pleasure to welcome all of you to the inaugural event of MMC's largest technical event, Dexterity 2022-2023. Continuing a legacy of glorious spontaneous, the event draws sponsorship from several multinational corporations and budding startups and awards the hardworking students with not only monetary prizes but also with technical frontier and an enriching experience. Each and every department has actively planned and organized various events. These events will help the students grow as individuals and would serve as an opportunity of lifetime to foster their skills. We are more than happy to present an overview of the events planned by all the departments throughout the day. These events are going to be innovative, challenging, and entertaining for all our fellow participants. So welcome aboard. Now, I would like to call upon the dignitary seated upon the dais to commence the event by doing Deepa Prajwalan and Saraswati Pujan to honor Devi Saraswati and knowledge we all are blessed with.
या केबलचे काढतो इथं लाईव्ह चालू ऑटो रे
या कुंदेन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवे सदा वन्दिता सा नः पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा. Salutations to Devi Saraswati, who is pure white like jasmine, with the coolness of moon, brightness of snow, and shine like garnet of pearls, who is covered with pure white garments, whose hands are adorned with the veena. O Goddess Saraswati, please protect me and remove my ignorance completely. Now, I would like to call upon Ms. Prerna Jagtap to perform the Saraswati Stavan to pray for knowledge, wisdom, and our intellectual well-being. Mic check. जय शारदे वागेश्वरी जय शारदे वागेश्वरी विद्यालये विद्याधरी जय शारदे वागेश्वरी जय शारदे वागेश्वरी मुझसे बड़ी भक्ति तुझे मुझसे बड़ी भक्ति तुझे मुझे उजड़े तुझा ध्यान उजड़े तुझा जय शारदे वागेश्वरी What a soulful melody that summarizes the beauty of Devi Saraswati and power she holds. Now, on this momentous occasion, I request Dr. P.K. Ramcharan sir, Dean Student Affairs, to share his thoughts and give us a brief idea of our national level flagship event, Dexterity.
Honorable Executive President, Principal B. Taro sir, Principal MNCY Dr. D. Gorkar sir, today's chief guest, Mr. Saksham Sarode sir, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, my dear student friends. We have gathered here for the inaugural ceremony of Dexterity 2K22-23. Earlier, we used to celebrate Dexterity and Ensemble in the second semester. To avoid the overcrowding and overlapping of the events, we have shifted under the guidance of Honorable Principal Sir the event in the first semester so that the students can enjoy technical events as well as the cultural events separately with proper preparation. Dexterity, the flagship event of MNCV Kirwinagar, is a national technical level competition or championship comprising of total 19 events collaborated from 6 departments of the college: computer, IT, NDC, mechanical, electrical, and AI and DS engineering. The events are a result of immense hard work and efforts put in by the students from different student clubs, student chapters, associations, working together as a unit and glorifying the name that is Marathwada Mitra Mentors College of Engineering. This particular year, we have received a blooming response over actually extended response or number of participants we had calculated previously was near about 1400. But now actual participants are more than 1800. So immense pleasure for us. And all these participants from all over the nation for this event, and sponsorships also are there from multinational companies, which you can see the logos on the poster or flex just behind the dais. Budding startups, even MOUs from our departments, which resulted in prize pool of 1,90,000 and resource assets and amenities worth 1.5 lakhs. The main motto of Dexterity is to put great minds at work. At MMCOE, we believe that all students have the potential to to excel and utilize their mindsets, all they need is a little push, which will be provided by such type of national level events. We aim to provide the opportunities for the students to learn and upskill their knowledge and grow their peers. With that vision in mind, here we bring to you Dexterity 2K22-23. There are, as I spoke in the prior part of the speech, there are 6 departments and 19 events altogether organized by different departments. In addition to that, IEEE, which is a student branch at MNCOE, is organizing the event like UX Factor. IT is an UX designing competition where the participants are supposed to create design based on the problem statements that will be provided, rather that are provided by the industries. Lastly, IST Students Chapter, MNCOE, in association with ACM Students Chapter, MNCOE, have organized Hack Sprint V4.0 at a national level, 30-hour hackathon, which was inaugurated yesterday at 10 a.m. And the students had to stay and continuously for 30 hours they are working on the coding part, where the young generation is blamed to have the little attention span. That's why videos made are also 6 minutes duration or so. They are working hard for 30 hours continuously. That is really a big achievement. It is an intellectual program to help coders bring out their innovative ideas on competitive platform, which have received an immense response. So Dexterity is a great opportunity for all the students to showcase their talents. So I wish you all the best to all the participants and all the volunteers to have a great success Dexterity 2K22-23. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for devoting your precious time and endowing us with your words of wisdom and experience. I'm sure that Dexterity would surely mark on hearts and minds of all the participants and leave back an impact of limitless potential, perceptive knowledge, and an unforgettable experience. Now, I would like to solicit Honorable Principal Dr. V.N. Govardhan, sir, to address the students with his valuable thoughts.
Honorable Dias, our beloved Executive President, Honorable Dadu Sir, Chief Guest, Mr. Sarode, these students, Ankhed Sir, my team members from the Student Council, Head of Departments, Deans, and their participants. It's a great event which is being celebrated here. I'm saying celebrated because if you just wonder, if you just visit different parts of the different corners of college today, you will find every piece of the college is motivated for this event. So all the credit, in fact, it goes to my team members. I know we people are supporting this event. We are trying to guide, we are trying to felicitate the students. But the great thing is working behind this, it's our student council. And I'm happy to share with you that the meetings are being conducted with the students. They voluntarily also come to us for their suggestions, some input, some feedback. And we try to improve upon. And this is one, in fact, we have noticed in last Dexterity event. This is one improvement which is done right now, and everybody is witnessing this inaugural function. Similarly, we had a meeting again with the student council. One more suggestion has come. I hope it is not still open to the students or any other faculty, and we wish to see the result in next Dexterity. So thank you all my dear students for participating in this Dexterity 2023. And I understand there is a group of people to whom we could not accommodate here at this platform because event is being for a day only. But we assure in coming future another facet of this event. So let us see, let us wait and watch, and the events which are being organized and participation we received. Once again, I congratulate the team and wish you all the best. Let us witness this event wholeheartedly and let us grab the maximum prizes possible. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your words of encouragement, constant motivation, and limitless support are for some things that we are immensely grateful for. Today, we have with us Mr. Saksham Sarode, sir, Director, Cognizant Technology Solutions. Having an experience of 22 years and counting, Sir has had a global work experience across Europe, America, and India that includes setting up and leading the automation COE for continental Europe. Sir is a certified Scrum Master by Scrum Alliance, AWS certified crowd practitioner, certified EOSCA implementation expert, and a certified ISEB testing expert. I request Honorable Principal B.G. Zadav sir to felicitate the chief guest for the day, Mr. Saksham Sarode. Now, I would like to call upon our chief guest for the day, Mr. Saksham Sarode sir, to share with us his ingenious thoughts and views upon Dexterity 2022-23.
The only time I remember being so nervous, I was giving my engineering viva. Such a daunting image. But jokes apart, uh, I often get invited by the academics and institutes. In my capacity of being an industry leader, sometimes I go for campus interviews, sometimes I go to meet students, sometimes I go to give them feedback on the industry. But every time I do that, I look forward to that opportunity. I look forward to this invitation where I can come, meet, and breathe in the same air as you are doing right now. They say I'm here to teach you, mentor you, guide you, or share my experience. I tell you the truth, I'm here to learn from you. Every time I meet students, I get motivated. I get newer ideas. I'm here for very self-improvement. This youth, the exuberance, the energy, the buzz, the vibe in the air is what I crave for. It's been 22 years since I left my engineering institute, but I still keep coming back to it just to breathe into that air. So, digging of the dais, teachers, staff, students, volunteers, each one of you, thank you so much for making me part of it. Thank you so much for having me. Now, as far as my talk is concerned, I had a couple of choices on what should I really talk about. What is that I know but you don't? What is that you will be interested in? But frankly, I don't think there is much. And I'm being very candid, very humble here. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what my choices are, and then we take a pick. My first choice was to tell you about how the future is going to be, because that's what I do as an investigator. I will talk about what are the modern trends in the industry, particularly in the technology industry. my industry, IT industry, I could talk about how the future looks like based on those trends. But there's a problem. Problem is, I have a hunch that you already know the answer. I have a belief that you already know this. I think the students, from whatever I now know from principals to staff, the excellent stuff that you guys have been doing, the sort of facilities and platform that have been provided to you, the burst that energy that I see here, the hackathon, the innovation, I have a hunch that you know about the future more than I do already. For example, you probably already know how the world is going digital, how everything in the world is getting closer and condensed in your own smartphone today. And I know that you probably already have guessed that there's no going away from it. That is the future. You probably also know how the continuous innovation and continuous automation is driving this digital transformation. This is what the industry is really looking forward to. This is what I need as an industry leader. And you probably also already know the key technology stack that is driving it. You know about cloud, you know about artificial intelligence, data analytics, machine learning, deep learning, IoT, Industry 4.0, and 5G network. You already know this. And that is exactly why probably I shouldn't be talking about the future. So maybe the other choice is probably I can tell you how to build a successful career. Maybe I can talk about what is the trick to build a successful fast track career. Let's do a show of hands. Who wants to know that? Anyone wants to know? That's an enormous response. Okay, cool. I'm good. I'm very cool about you not interested in that simply because I don't know the trick. And that is because there's no trick at all. Maybe here started the session by 10 seconds about excellence. I would like to come here.
If you focus on success, you will have stress. But if you pursue excellence, success will be guaranteed.
Exactly. That's the only trick, the only way. That's a trick I know. That's a trick that I have seen working. The only way to succeed is when you excel in whatever you do. It doesn't have to be a technology, a job, a company, a career path. The only way is to excel in whatever is that you're doing. That's it. Then the question is, how do you excel? And then I would say that it's a very simple question, but with a very complicated answer. Because excellence is not unique. There's no one single path to succeed. There's no one single path to excel. It's each of our own. We have to find our own path. Excellence, if I have to talk to you in my parlance, is a function of many attributes and variables. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pick one of those variables or one of the attributes that I thought I admire the most. Now, this is one quality which I look into the students when I go for campus interview. When I sit across that interview table and speak to you, this is one quality that I look for. This is also the quality that I look for in my team members. When I decide to promote some of them, give them higher responsibilities, give them more rewards, give them challenges, this is also something my client expects me to do. Any guesses what that quality could be? I'll tell you straight away. It's problem solving. The art of problem solving, attitude of problem solving, or the mindset of problem solving. Okay. Now, what does it really mean? What does it mean to have a quality of solving problems? Multiple things, right? For example, I'll just give an instance. When I'm sitting across that interview table on your campus interviews, I'm asking you a lot of questions. If you're a mechanical engineering student, I'm asking you about thermodynamics, right? Or I'm asking you about the EDEM and what are topics that you think was your favorite? Or maybe I'm asking you if you can code in Java or Python, and I'm giving you some random scenarios to code for. Do you really think that I'm evaluating based on how much answers you know? No. Most of the time, I'm trying to find that one question which you don't know answer of. And why? Because then I like to see how you tackle that situation. What happens when you don't know the answer? What happens, you have no clue whatsoever. That is where I start judging you, evaluating you. Because this is where I know what is your confidence. How do you communicate uncertainty? How you tackle the chaos? This is one essential thing that I look for. If I'm looking for expertise, if I'm looking for expert Python, Java programmers, I would go and pick up from the experienced team. Like, why would I go to college? Why would I pick up freelancers? Why would I pick up the freshers? When I pick up a fresher, I already know that this guy doesn't have much experience. What I'm looking for is an attitude. So problem solving for me is an attitude. And what does it take? Many things again, but I'm going to just pick three. Three things that I saw becomes a difference ultimately in where you are and where others are, whether you're a leader or a follower. Three things are: one is intent, second is ability, and the third is courage. What by intent, what I mean is there's so many problems around us, but how many of us really look at them and take notice? And problem doesn't have to be technology problem. Problem doesn't have to be digital, mobile app related problem, DevOps problem. It could be as common problem as a bulb not working, or staircase being too steep, or lift being too crowded sometimes. Question is, how do you react to those problems? If you just think about yourself and think about the friend circle that you have, you would see that everyone has a different response and reactions to these problems. We do not respond in a similar way. This difference in us in responding to a problem is what dictates where it's going to land up. You should ask, I should ask myself, when the problem arises, do I flinch or does it stimulate me, inspire me? Do I start looking for the escape routes, the workaround, or I start thinking about what all possible solutions could be there? This is a mindset. This is what I mean by intent, an attitude. How do you react to the problems? Second is an ability. Now, ability doesn't again just have to be technical ability. And mind you, it is important. Your technical acumen is important, but it doesn't stop there. It's just one part of your ability. The other part is, do you have an imagination to think about all the possible solutions for that problem? You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to be correct all the time as well. But you need to have an imagination where you can think about a particular situation in more ways than one. That's also a differentiator when it comes to me standing apart from others. The other part of ability is then, do you have an ability to work together? If you have noticed, when Sir was talking, he was continuously talking about team. He was not talking about individuals. He was talking about how the team has worked, how the group of students have worked, how the councils are behind it. Irrespective of what you choose, whether you choose to be in service or being an entrepreneur or being something else, right? You will never be able to solve a problem on your own in isolation. It doesn't work for the meaningful problems. It will always be a group of people that would work together, put their heads and muscles together to solve that problem. And then the question is, do you have ability to work in that environment? Can you work as a team? Can you get the best out of your team members? Can you bring the best out of yourself, but also best out of your peers? This is also the ability to solve. And third, and most important thing, is the courage. And you're going to need that courage at all levels. We need courage, first of all, to accept the problem. We need the courage to say, yes, there is a problem, and there doesn't seem to be a viable solution right now. You need the courage to accept that, yes, I don't know anything about it, but I want to find out. You need then a courage to stand up in front of the world and express your conviction. You need the courage to say, you know what, there's a problem and I have a point of view. Mind you, point of view, not opinion. Opinions are cheap. Point of view takes influence. You need the courage to say, I have a point of view, I have a perspective on this. There can be 5 different ways in which it can be done, and some might be right, some might be wrong, but we need to go this way. That takes courage. And finally, we need courage because we all are going to fail. I'm not sure how many of you will succeed ultimately, but I'm pretty sure that all of us are going to fail because failure is going to be part of our road to the success. It's inevitable. It's going to be there. Then the question is, do you have courage to accept the failure, Be a better version of yourself and try again. That's the third part of problem solving. So when I look at it, I think there was one virtue apart from all the academics, apart from all the technology, right, that you would like to imbibe through these events, through these conferences, platforms, is this. And you know what? When you put all of this together, you know what you get? If you assemble them, all these virtues, you get an engineer. So you think about that. What do we do as an engineer? What are we supposed to do as an engineer? What are we expected to do as an engineer? We are expected to solve a problem. We build tools, machines, technology, solutions, platforms that solves a problem. And if it is not solving a problem, then probably you are just having fun. So there is an innovation, there's an hackathon, right? I think one of this a contest that you're going to have is about that. I would say this should be the first question every time someone comes to you with an innovation idea. Even before you know what you're doing, ask them, what are you trying to solve? The what comes first, how comes that? So what I'm saying is, for the problem solving attitude, all you have to be an engineer. And for me, engineer is not a degree, it's not an occupation, it's just an attitude. So you're there, already there. Congratulations. I would end by saying this also, and I would put my weight on it. I think this is the most exciting times that we're living in to be an engineer. The world around us is reshaping, is being reimagined, is reforming every single day. And if you're an engineer, if you have that attitude, then this is your opportunity to play part in it. This is your opportunity to play how the tomorrow gonna be, how the new world is going to be, how the future is going to be. And this is also why I cannot tell you what the future is going to be. I want to learn from you how this future is going to be because you are the one who's going to build it. So you might as well tell me that. And looking at you, looking at this energy, I'm pretty sure that tomorrow, that future is going to be wonderful. So have a fantastic drive. Go crazy, go nuts, have fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wit and very essential guidance toward the participants and insights which will help them learn and grow. We have been privileged to have with us the Executive President of Marathwada Mitra Mandal, along with us for the grand event today. I would like to call upon Principal B.G. Zadav sir to share his thoughts about Dexterity 2022-23.
Good morning, all of you. Today, chief guest and what about the likely changes of the competition which you will have to face in future. Our own principal, Dr. Gopal, Dr. Tankade, Joro Solone, Pratika, various HODs of the departments, our faculty members, students sitting and standing behind the which are without any fault. It shows that the students are quite disciplined and good culture is there in the college. Otherwise, they would not have been standing here for a pretty long time. Friends, we are here for the inaugural function of the Dexterity. The participants have come from the various parts of India, and the event is at the national level. I, on behalf of the college, welcome all the participants to Pune. Whenever we take part in competition, first we think about the project because the discussion happens in the team. Then team comes with certain idea and we participate in the competition. The aim of the competition is not to win or lose. The intention is to what is your project, what is your idea that is to be shown to other participants also, and whether some project can be of useful to the college or to the society. That is the main motive. And when we participate and win in the competition, of course, it brings name, fame, and encouragement to you in person and to the college also. So friends, since you have come all the way from various parts, the college might have made all necessary arrangements for you. But if any lacunas are there, please bear with us. Dr. Sarode, Mr. Sarode, I am just calling you doctor, but he is likely to be a doctor. He has rightly pointed out that what is happening at present and what likely changes are to happen in future also. Friends, what was useful in the past or yesterday may or may not be useful today. And what is happening in today, some of the products may not be useful tomorrow. So changes are happening very rapidly. You will have to change with the time, and if you don't change with the change, then you will lag behind, whether it be college or at the individual level also. So I can say whether the college participants or the students, you will have to be update yourself. The teachers will have to update themselves with the changes, and will have to see that we are not lagging behind at any cost. Because I'm not the main speaker, but just I was asked to speak. I express my some views. I wish you all the best to this national event, and also express my thanks for inviting me here and allow me to speak the words. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sparing your precious time and gracing us with your presence. Your words of unwavering support would definitely encourage the participants as well as the organizers to give strength to the core ideas of the event. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Gaurav Sonapne, President, Student Council, MMCOE, to propose the vote of thanks.
It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks and acknowledgement the contribution of those who are working very hard to make this event a success. Firstly, I would like to thank Mr. Saksham Sarve sir and Honorable Principal P.G. Jatham sir for gracing the event with their presence and inspiring us to move forward and face the challenges we have in front of us. I would like to extend a heartfelt thanks towards respected Shri S.D. Gamini sir and Shri K. Mure sir and all the respected executive committee members of Marathwada Mitra Mandal Trust for their motivation and continuous support. Secondly, I would like to thank the Honorable Principal Dr. V. N. Gopal sir for believing in us and providing his irrevocable support. Dr. P. K. Tankade sir has also been constantly guiding us throughout the planning and execution of this event. I would like to express my gratitude towards Dr. H. S. Kulkarni, HOD Electrical Engineering, Dr. V. R. Devulgaonkar, HOD Mechanical Engineering, Dr. G. S. Kavande, HOD Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, Dr. R. M. Chopade, HOD Information Technology Engineering, Dr. K.S. Thakre, HOD Computer Engineering, Dr. A. Deshmukh, HOD Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Engineering, Dr. P.K. Katare, HOD Department of Engineering Sciences, for the help and coordination throughout the event. I would also like to thank all respected teams, faculty members, and all the supporting staff members for successfully organization of this event. Last but not the least, I would like to acknowledge the collaborative efforts of my team, constant hard work towards the work we put together for the foundation of this event. Thank you. Please enjoy the refreshments that will be served on the respective department floors. The participants can proceed to the respective departments for the next event. Thank you.